What I'm holding here is truly one of the most interesting products I've ever seen. Now, this is not a Nintendo DS. This is a fully functioning 7-inch Windows 10 laptop. That's right, it has a keyboard on it like this, and it folds 360 degrees into a touchscreen tablet that works horizontally and vertically. Now, this is a really interesting product, and I've been using it for the past 2 weeks to gather some thoughts on it that I'm going to share with you guys today. So stick around if you want to hear some of the specs on this thing and if it's actually a usable laptop and can be used as a daily driver. So before we get into the review here, I'm just going to quickly mention that I was sent this product for free with the intention of doing a review on it. Not to mislead any of you guys, I'm not being paid to say anything specific about this. This is my honest review and my honest opinions about it. Now, with that being said, if you are interested in this product, there is a product link down below. I believe this is available on Indiegogo right now. I'm not sure when it's actually going to be shipped out or when that's going to be finalized, but I'll leave a link to the Peakago website as well in case any of you are interested in having another look and getting some more information about the product. So I'm going to start by just listing some of the specs on this computer, and then I'll go into kind of some more details and my thoughts about them. So the spec on this is actually an Intel Atom X5 Z8350 Cherry processor. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of disk space, a 7-inch touchscreen IPS panel that has a 16:10 aspect ratio that turns out to be 1920 by 1200 pixels. It has a few ports on the side, so a micro HDMI, a USB-C, which is actually how you charge the computer, an ordinary USB 3.0 connector, a headphone jack, a micro SD card reader, and a VGA camera. It has full Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capability and a 4500 milliamp battery, weighing in at just about 700 grams. So at first thoughts here, this computer actually seems to be decent, but I'm going to talk about some of the limitations of this, one of which is that this computer comes in a default mode called Windows S mode. Now, Windows S mode is designed for tablet-based computers and essentially is meant to kind of boost performance of those computers. The main issue with this is it doesn't allow you to download any applications that don't come from the Windows Store while you're in Windows S mode. So essentially, if you actually want to use this computer for anything other than browsing the web or playing the games or applications that are in the Windows Store, you need to turn off Windows S mode, which makes this computer much slower, and I'm going to talk about that as we go through. So since this laptop is kind of marketed and geared towards people that are traveling a lot, let me tell you about my experience traveling with it. So recently I've taken the train back and forth from school back to home, and I've been using this laptop and trying to see, would I actually use this on an everyday kind of experience? Now, what's great about this is really the size. It fits into pretty much anything. If you already, have a lot packed, you can't fit a 15-inch laptop, it's really easy to throw this in, and the charger for it's really nice as well because it's just a USB-C. So chances are, you might already have that cable. You can plug it into a portable charger, you can plug it into your little iPhone brick in the wall, and that's a great advantage of this computer for sure. Now, it's marketed that you can put this in your pocket, you can fit it in your back pocket and pull it out. You can do that, but I don't see anyone carrying this in their back pocket. I've personally tried to do it. It's 7 inches, which means it's fairly large. It fills the entire pocket, and it is heavy. 700 grams, you're gonna feel that in your back pocket. It's not like just carrying an iPhone around, and it's really not realistic that you're gonna be walking around with that. Now, the great kind of thing with this is that you can pull it out pretty much anywhere. If you want to really quickly, you're standing in line for something, you want to pull it out and you want to do something, you can do that for sure. And you can definitely do it on the train as well. You want something quickly, pull it out, do something quick, put it back. And that's what I kind of use this laptop for. Maybe I'm in class, I want to do a quick Google search, or I want to just open up, my virtual campus online. I can pull out this laptop, I can do it. And I kind of am describing this laptop for myself use case as just like a glorified web browser, because that's really all that I use it for. If I want to get any serious work done, I'm going to pull out my 15-inch or my 13-inch laptop and start working on that, because the touchpad on this is very bad in terms of actually moving the mouse. The screen's great, the touchscreen is really nice, it works really well, but just if I need to do any programming, writing, or real work, I can't do it on this computer. Which brings me to my next point, which is this is very slow. Like I mentioned before, as soon as you turn Windows S mode off, everything takes a very long time to load, and that's because the CPU on this is a very weak, not very powerful computer. A lot of people read those 8 gigs of RAM and they're like, oh, this will be fine, it's like a solid computer. I don't know, to be honest with you guys, this is one of the slowest machines I've ever used, and it's very painful going from something like I have here and then trying to work on that. So that's kind of my thoughts on that aspect and the traveling aspect of this computer. Alright, so now I want to give you guys some of my final thoughts on this product. Now I want to start by saying this is a great idea. It's really a great concept. I like the idea of being able to portably bring around you kind of a laptop, tablet, whatever you want to call it, and be able to use it from anywhere, because you really can do that with this computer. You're in line, you're on the train, you're in a tight space, you need to bring out something and quickly get some work done. You can definitely do that with this computer. Now, what I will say though is this is definitely not a replacement for your laptop. If you're thinking you're going to buy this and you don't need to lug around your 13 or 15-inch laptop, you're wrong, 100% wrong. In fact, what's happened with me a lot of times is I brought this out, tried to get something done, and just been too frustrated with it. Just because this mouse thing alone is very difficult to use, I would say it's almost mandatory that you need an actual mouse when you're doing this, especially if you're not going to be using the touchscreen. And the keyboard itself, it's usable, you can use it, but it's very slow, and when I type on it, it's just really frustrating. So that's kind of my main, issue with this computer, is it's definitely not a replacement for a laptop, and I don't think it's necessarily marketed like that, but I just want to make sure you guys know that before, you go and buy something like this. Like, this is a $300 computer, so you get what you pay for. This works, you can use it, it's versatile, and it's definitely, for someone that's traveling a lot and just wants something quick and easy to pull out and get some simple basic work done. But if you need anything more complicated or anything that's going to be more of a heavy task, you're definitely going to need a real laptop, and you can't really use this. And that's why I've had a lot of issues with this personally. I don't do much work that's just, like answering emails and light things where I'm just web browsing. I do a lot of programming, I do a lot of keyboard intensive stuff. I like to have a nice mouse, and that's what my issue comes with this specific computer. So anyways, this is a great product. I love receiving stuff like this and being able to kind of, use it, mess with it, and give my opinion on it. For me, it doesn't really work very well, but maybe some of you guys have some other use cases where you could see yourself using something like this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about that in the comments down below. So with that being said, a big thank you again to Peakago. Their links are in the description if you want to check out this product. With that being said, I will see you guys in another video.